Okay, so this is hopefully our last part of the Muzzle Flash series. And if I replay it, you can see this is where we left off last time in the previous video. And there's one thing that really bugs me, which is this part of the Muzzle Flash. So if I isolate my detailed system, I can still see that shape around here. If I go to main, this one seems to be fine, so it's definitely that one. And I think the problem is with the texture. It's with this shape. So let's dive into Substance Designer. Let's fix that because we already got our generator. We've done it in the first part of the series. Let's quickly adjust a couple settings, fix that, bring back texture back into the Unreal Engine and do the sparks and a little bit of optimization. All right, so now in Substance, this is our generator and the way how we tweak our shape. The one for the detailed texture, it's using this blend. What we're doing, we're just subtracting texture from it, as you can see here. And I think our last settings were around 0.3 here. So I'm gonna maybe bump this to 0.5 so we erode a bit more of the shapes, and also I wanna get rid of those glows, and the way we did that was using maybe this opacity. I'm gonna drop it to 0.5 for that glow, and definitely that glow as well. So I'm just gonna select this blend and try to either drop it or offset it as we've done in the previous videos, like this. All right, and now the problematic shape is this one. So let's maybe grab that splatter that we have here, splatter circular. And let's see if we can maybe play with a couple settings. I think that might be cool. We got rid of that shape here, but we still got that shape in the background. So let's see if we can fix this. What if I ramp this up to 100%, maybe 0.7, 0.5. 0.5 gives me a bit too much of it. So I think maybe 0.7, that might be good. That glow feels a bit too much. So I'm just going to drop it to 0.5 here, and I'm gonna export that texture. I hope it's gonna work better in Unreal Engine. I also start working on something maybe new. I've got those, and also this graph. This could be really cool as an impact maybe, and if you'd like to see maybe impact series, let me know, and I could record the tutorial for you. All right, let me jump back into Unreal Engine now. Okay, so I've imported the texture here and also plugged it into material, and it still looks a bit weird. Like I've got this distinct shape at the top, and what we could do, we could experiment with the flipping that texture. So maybe we could add UV scale here and choose array. So the system will pick between one or the other here. So we got only two options. 0 is 1, 1, and maybe first option will be 1 and -1. And now you can see we're randomly flipping that texture. However, that shape is too big in my opinion, and I believe we have to fix it in the texture. So let's hop back in here, and we can clearly see it's that one. So I'm gonna select my generator here at the top again and try to manipulate a couple values here. I could increase the shapes maybe. Play with that spread to cover some of it. But still, I think like this is a bit too much. So I'm gonna go to my pattern amount. Okay. I'm gonna play with that spread a bit more. I don't want anything in the front, and also I don't want any distinct shapes, especially at the top and bottom. So at the bottom I can see I don't have anything, and here I still got this. So maybe let's play with other stuff like size. Or maybe bringing a bit more texturing here might help. Scale, gonna increase it. So I want this to be fairly symmetrical. I hope that makes it a bit more. Let's go back maybe to the pattern amount and increase that number so we get a bunch more details, especially in the front area. Maybe I can go with a slightly higher amount, like 15, and then go back and scale it down to reveal a bit more details here. And finally, I'm gonna go to ring amount and maybe try to cut those shapes like this. I mean, this gives me a really interesting shape. I believe I would like to try with that one, but I think it's not very symmetrical, especially in this area. So I'm just gonna go with this. Play a little bit with the scale, hoping I could get some decent results. I'm tempted to try this one. Obviously, we got this shape again, but it feels like it could be part of that fake projectile we have got already. So I'm tempted to try this. All right, I'll export it and let's get back to Unreal Engine. Okay, so I've got it here, and I think it actually fits, especially with that flip that we've done in under particle spawn. Okay, I've got another burst here, probably accidentally been added. I'm gonna put maybe 0.3 here, or maybe 0.2. Okay, maybe 0.1. It's gonna maybe add a bit more detail to our muzzle flash. It looks more like a rapid fire, so maybe let's get rid of that secondary burst. And now we've got I think plenty of detail there. Our flip, the UV on the UV scale definitely works in my opinion. We still got our fake projectile, and I think we've got enough detail, especially at the top and bottom, makes it quite random as well. Right, so I'm just gonna grab my maybe main muzzle flash, or maybe let's actually grab our fake projector, because we already got the movement there. So I'm just gonna grab it, paste it here. I'm gonna rename this Sparks. So those will be Sparks. And next, I'm just gonna isolate it so I can preview it. I'm gonna increase the amount maybe to 50. I'm gonna turn that system into a GPU. It's gonna ask me to come up with a bound. So I'm gonna click fixed, and in here I'm gonna go for 500. So minus 500 on minimum and 500 on max. You can copy this and paste it into other ones if you wanna turn them into a GPU emitters. Anyway, that's what we have. I'm gonna delete sprite size, custom alignment, and here I'm gonna get those back to default. And alignment, I'm gonna select this to be velocity align, and this is what we have, and obviously not what we want. I'm gonna go to add velocity and turn that into a random range vector. So in here I'm gonna put maybe minimum 500 on x-axis and 1000 as a maximum. I'm actually gonna drop this to 200. So you're gonna have a nice variation in here, maybe 500. In here, gonna put maybe 300 and minus 200. It's gonna give me a good amount, or rather starting point. Next, I'm just gonna select my size and maybe drop this to 10, or rather maybe let's try 5 and 10. And I'm gonna stretch it out here. And maybe gonna add, let's try 500 just as a test. I'm gonna get a random lifetime as well, maybe from 0.3 up to 0.7. I'm gonna add drag and also, also gravity. But I'm gonna drop gravity to -300. Okay, here we have the sprite size. I'm just gonna delete this. And this is what we have in. I'm gonna put all the systems now back in place. I think obviously the lifetime of those sparks is a bit too long and they are too big as well. So I'm gonna scale them down, maybe 50 and 100 on those two axes. And maybe I'm gonna increase this from 5 to 10 and this one maybe to 20 just to preview it, and that one could be even larger, like 200. Lifetime 0.2 and maybe 0.4, so they disappear quickly, and I think they need a bit more velocity as well, so I'm going to increase this to 1500. Okay, they starting small, but I think they go too high, so obviously we copy and pasted that system, so let's maybe modify it. I'm going to drop it down to 1, grab the minimum value and maybe 0.2 here, and now I think we're having a good spray of those. It could be slightly longer. So let's keep increasing, maybe 400 and 700. Okay, a bit too long. Let's drop it to 5 and 300. I think they look good, but we've got too many of those. I'm just gonna drop it to 20, and I think we are there. There's one final thing that it's missing in my opinion, and that would be like a glow surrounding that muzzle flash. And what we simply could do, I'm just gonna grab my main system, paste it here. I'm gonna call this one glow. Get rid of those, get my sprites alignments to the automatic, which is default value, and also we've tweaked the pivot points. I'm just going to drop it to 0.5, which is 0, which is default. And I'm going to select my sprite renderer, and I'm just going to type glow in from one of my content. But what it is, I'm just going to show you, it's something very simple. And let me go back on those dynamic parameters. Opacity contrast is going to be 1, everything else 0. I'm gonna maximize it. You can see it's just a circle, a glowing circle. That's all. I'm gonna make this a uniform, put maybe 500, maybe 300, 400 of scale. The lifetime seems okay, same as our muzzle flash. The color is off, so all I need is I think it's just an orange color, trying to match the coloring that we have on the muzzle flash. I'm gonna add system location to it and offset it maybe there, so it actually covers the muzzle flash. Obviously it looks ridiculous now, but all we can do is just drop here to alpha and reduce it to low value, so like 0.1. And now you can see if I isolate that system, that's all it is, but it adds very subtle glow to our muzzle flash. You can put it 0.2, but I think 0.15 might be a sweet spot, and we're just having a nice glow to our muzzle flash. Right, so now we've got this. Obviously it might be a little bit high in terms of overdraw, so I'm just gonna press Alt and 8 on my keyboard, and that's all I have. It would be nice if we could optimize. So the first thing what I like to do is to turn all the particle systems into GPU. So you can copy the bounce that we set up here, go to that glow, for example, drop it as a GPU fixed, and then paste those bounds, right? So that's first thing you can do across all of those systems. Another one would be to add a cutout texture to minimize that overdraw. So as you can see, we got full square, but if we enable cutout, or rather go to cutout and start typing fall off and pick the first texture, which comes with the engine usually. So you should have this in your content browser. I'm gonna select this, and as you can see, we don't have square anymore. We actually cut out a lot of surface area of that square sprite. Just gonna copy that. And also there's a threshold, so you can play with it. For example, you can cut it to something like this, but obviously you're gonna be cutting into a texture. So I'm just gonna keep this one at 0.1 sparks. I'm gonna do the same. So go here, isolate them, paste that texture. We've got our fake projectile, same thing. Paste this, muzzle flash. See, we are editing that shape quite a lot. I'm gonna paste this. Let's preview it all together. And we managed to get rid of a bunch of the surface area. Okay. And now if we preview it, it doesn't look too bad. If it obviously affects your shape, play with that threshold. I'm gonna leave my default as it works for me. All right. The more complicated things that you could use to optimize it would be probably to reduce the amount of the systems you have. So currently we've got 5, that's quite a lot. We could probably combine this into 2 or 3 systems, ideally 2. And to do that, you might want to play with a spawn groups. But it's I think it's a bit technical for what we're trying to do. Ideally, play with that system, see if you can recreate it, and if you feel that you would like to tackle the optimization to the next level, read about spawn groups, and I'm pretty sure you can find it. But basically you can combine all those sprite renderers here and use the settings in order to spawn them from one system rather than spread them across 5 as we got here. All right, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this series. Let me know if you would like to see more, and I hope you learned something. All right, thank you so much.